Today on Sancista Brujo Luis, I am going to be talking about los siete poderes indios, or the seven Indian power. This is the statue that you see right here. Next to it, you see los siete Congos. Okay, and on the other side, you see las siete congas. Some people call her las siete Madamas. There's a different statue that represents las siete Madamas. I do not have that one. And other people in other traditions call her Baba or Iyaloa. But today I'm going to focus on las siete potencia indio, the seven Indian powers. Today on Sancista Brujo Luis. So these three statues that you see here are very popular within the various branches of Espiritismo within the Caribbean. You will also see it in Venezuela, very popular in Venezuela in the Maria Leonza tradition. So these statues represent more Espiritismo and the folk Espiritismo of the Caribbean. You'll find these statues also very popular in Cuban Espiritismo Cruzado. You will find this in Puerto Rican Santerismo, in Sanse. They're very popular. A lot of people confuse them and think that they are related to either the Santeria religion or Palo religions, but they are more based on Espiritismo traditions. And today I want to focus on los siete poderes, or la siete potencia india, the seven Indian powers. So as you can see, I place a glass of water in front of la siete potencia indio. Now, what is the reason for my video? Why am I recording this video? Well, a while back, I had seen a post, a spiritual person, commenting on why do people in the Caribbean, the small islands of the Caribbean, didn't say what island it was. It could have been Puerto Rico, it could have been the Dominican Republic, could have been Cuba. But why do they place an emphasis on Indian spirit guides? Well, I can't speak for the other islands within the Caribbean, but DNA testing on Puerto Ricans have shown that 63% of Puerto Rican people have some form of Native American blood within their DNA. Could this be Taino? We do not know, but it is there. There is out of 63% of Puerto Rican people in Puerto Rico, they have Native American blood. Okay, many people will argue, is this Taino? Many Puerto Ricans will say yes, it is Taino. What is important to understand is that it is there. Okay, I have a percentage of Native American blood within my family, and I'll show pictures of my family on here, some of my family members. So this is why we do speak about our Indian spirits and the importance of honoring not just your African Indian spirits, your Gypsy spirits, your European spirit guides, but also honoring your Indian or your Taino or your Native American, that blood that runs through your vein. It is so important to honor that. So this is the reason why I'm doing this video today. So a lot of people, well, first of all, I want to show you that I'm going to offer 7 candles. And I have a white candle here. I have a red candle. I have a blue candle. I have a yellow. And I have 3 7-colored candles. Now, oftentimes, when you go to botanicas, you will see Indian candles with 7 colors. And I want to talk to you about the spiritual meaning of 7, not just within Espiritismo or the various spiritism or spiritualism traditions within the Caribbean and Latin America, but within the world, the significance of the number 7 within many religious and spiritual traditions within the world. And yes, these are part of within various branches of Espiritismo. These have been incorporated within Espiritismo. Many people have asked me, what is the significance of the Siete Potencia Indio? What is the symbology of the Siete Congos, or Ialoa, Babaloa, las Siete Congas? In order to understand Los Siete, you have to understand seven, not just within the spiritual espiritismo context, but how seven is viewed in many traditions around the world as a sacred number. So I'm going to break it down the best that I can. Seven is the number of creation, of completeness, and of perfection, both of the physical and of the spiritual. So we have three, which is the spiritual, and four, which is the material. You add 4 to 3 and you have the number 7. There are seven celestial beings that are visible in space to the naked eye. These 7 visible astral objects are known as planets, and we have named them after ancient, I think it's Greek gods or Roman gods. We have Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, the Sun or Sol, and the Moon. The 7 planets have 7 metals. So you have Mars, which has iron, Venus, which has copper, Saturn, which has lead, Jupiter, which has tin, Mercury, which has mercury. The moon has silver, and then we have the sun or Sol, which has gold is sacred to the sun. There are 7 continents in the earth, and then there are 7 oceans. In the human skull, there are 7 holes within the human skulls, or sockets. There are 2 sockets for the eyes, 2 sockets for the ears, 2 sockets for the nostrils, and 1 socket for the mouth, creating 7 sockets in the human skull. 7 systems in the human body. There are 7 days within the week, and these 7 days are Monday. In Spanish, Monday is lunes, which is ruled by the moon. Tuesday, which is martes. Martes is ruled by Mars. Wednesday in Spanish is miércoles and is ruled by Mercury. Thursday is jueves and is ruled by Jupiter. Friday is viernes and is ruled by Venus. Saturday is sábado and is ruled by Saturn. And Sunday is domingo, ruled by the sun. Here's the rainbow. The rainbow has 7 colors. And these colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. There are 7 elements or 7 levels of elements on a periodic table. God rested on the 7th day. There are 7 centers of energy within the human body that the Hindu or yoga tradition calls the chakras. And these, I'm going to probably butcher these names, but we have the base or the base of the root chakra, which is known as the Muladhara, which is the color red. We have the Swadhisthana, which is the sacral chakra, or the bone or spinal cord chakra. This color is orange. We have the Manipura, which is the solar plexus chakra, or the navel area. This is yellow, the color yellow. We have the Anahata, which is the heart chakra. This color is green. We have the Vishuddha, I'm so sure I said that wrong, which is the throat chakra, around the neck area. That color is blue. We have Ajna. Ajna is around the brow or the third eye chakra, and it governs over the pineal gland, and this is the color indigo. And then we have Sahasrara, which is the crown chakra. It rests on top of the head, and the color is violet. We have 7 layers of the aura. Okay, so there's the etheric, the emotional, the mental, the astral, the etheric double, the celestial, and the catheric. There's said to be 7 layers to heaven, or 7 spheres to heaven. These spheres are known as mercy, love, patience, earnestness, wisdom, will, and order. Hinduism talks about the 7 rays of the sun, and in some traditions of Hinduism, the Brahmada is divided into 14 worlds. 7 are upper worlds, and then there are 7 lower worlds. In Judaism or Jewish tradition, Christianity as well, Noah's dove returned 7 days after the flood. Also, Jesus Christ expelled seven demons out of Mary Magdalene. The seven daggers, often you will see an image of the Virgin Mary with seven daggers. These represent the seven sorrows of the Virgin Mary. Ancient Egyptians mapped out seven paths to heaven. In Muslim, maybe I could be wrong, Muslim, Allah created a seven-layered Islamic heaven. For alchemists or people who practice alchemy, there's a parallel between seven steps leading up to the temple of King Solomon. There are seven deadly sins. These seven deadly sins are known as pride, envy, wrath, sloth, avarice, which is anger, gluttony, and lust. Then there are seven holy virtues. These seven holy virtues are prudence, justice, temperance, courage, faith, hope, and charity. Others attribute it to chastity, charity, diligence, humanity, kindness, patience, and temperance. In the book of Revelations, the term seven spirits of God appears 4 times. And in Eastern Orthodox Church icons, there are 7 archangels around Jesus Christ, which are Hedukiel, I'm going to say this name wrong, Hekudiel, Gabriel, Selafiel, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Barakiel. And beneath Christ, or the image of Christ, there are the cherubim, which are often dressed in blue, and the seraphim, which are dressed in red. In a branch of Puerto Rican Spiritismo, known as Santerismo, which is a mixture of Afro-Cuban Santeria tradition, we know of the 7 African powers, and the 7 African powers is also respected within Cuban Espiritismo Cruzado, and also has gone into Maria Leonza tradition. And in Sanse, we have the Siete Jefes, or the 7 chief spirits that govern every individual. And we believe that a spirit resides, one of these jefes or chief spirits of a spirit within your comisión resides within an energy point or a punto, which Hinduism calls the chakra of your body. So you have a jefe on your crown, on your third eye, in your throat, in your heart, and so on and so on. Since I mentioned the Maria Leonza tradition, I want to show you this image of La Tres Potencia, which is a very important image within the Maria Leonza Espiritismo tradition of Venezuela. And in the center, you have Yara, or the Maria Leonza. She's also known as Maria Leonza. Right here, you have El Indio Guaycapuro. And then over here, you have El Negro Felipe. Very important imagery within the Maria Leonza Espiritismo tradition of Venezuela. And since I did mention Maria Leonza, I thought it would be honorable to place that. 3 and 7 are very sacred numbers within Espiritismo and Sanse. 3, 7, and so on. And 21 is also a very sacred number. You will see 3 also in the imagery of Brazilian Umbanda. Here's an image of Saint Cosme and Damian. It represents the sacred twins, the duality, and how they share a single spirit or a single soul. So I wanted to include that as well. Many traditions of Espiritismo, we believe that there are as many spirit guides as there are cells within the human body. But each individual is usually born with 7 chief spirits, or 7 jefe spirits, as we call them in Sanse. In Santerismo, we call them los 7 potencia. We have 7 chief spirits, or 7 power spirits, 7 points of energy and where these siete jefes, or these seven chief, govern over a comisión of spirit. Okay, in Espiritismo Cruzado, there could be 7 African spirits. In some Espiritismo traditions, which are more Native American, you'll have Native American spirits. Or, of course, people will have spirits from every culture or every tradition, but you have 7 chieftain spirits that we view govern over pretty similar to the chakra system of Hinduism, which govern over a point or punto of energy within the body. Like I said, the 7 chakras, or also govern over a point of energy within the aura. These are known as your siete jefes, your 7 chieftain spirits. And in Santerismo, we call them las siete potencias. A lot of people confuse las siete potencias as being the Orisha. They are not the Orisha. They are 7 spirit guides that in life honored that Orisha. So when you see an image of the 7, and I'll show you an image right here of la siete potencia, you'll see around El Justo Juez or Olofi, you will see Santa Bárbara, which is Chango, La Calle del Cobre, which is Ochun. These are not the Orisha. These are spirit guides that in life honored those spirits. In Sanse, we have the siete jefes, and I'll also show an image as well of the siete jefes. Those siete jefes are spiritual energies or chief that govern over a comisión of spirit. Comisión is a court or a group of spirits within your cuadro espiritual. Okay, and I'll show an image of los siete jefes within Sanse as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray to los siete jefes. I'm going to remove Maria Leonza because a lot of people are going to be confused they're going to ask, well, if you look at the imagery, there are 8 negritas, there are 8 indios, and there are 8 Congos. And so I'm going to break that down real quick as well. I'm going to remove Maria Leonza for a second so I can explain that. Okay, so now that I removed the image of la tres potencia, a lot of people are going to say, but there are more than 7. There's 8 indios, and there are 8 Congos, and there are 8 negritas. Well, there's a reason for that, and it goes back to the imagery of la siete potencia, where you see El Justo Juez, or Olofi, surrounded by la siete potencia. And in Sanse, you'll see Gran Solier, or the image of Jesus, which we use for Gran Solier, surrounded by 7 spirits. The 7th imagery on these represents your higher level consciousness, your higher level, that spark of Ache, that energy that is you, that's always existed. Because just because you're born in this life doesn't mean that you didn't have past lives. And so you are elevating into a higher level of consciousness. And then again, the 7 spirits, or the 7 indios, or the 7 Congos, the 7 negritas, represent a spirit or a chief that governs over a comisión. A comisión is a group of spirit within your cuadro espiritual, within your spiritual court. Okay, so this represents, in Sanse, we call this el cacique en cabeza, or the chief spirit of the head, your higher consciousness. In Santeria, they call that more like el ori, your higher consciousness. So I wanted to break that down real quickly as well. Within Espiritismo, there's a song that we sing for the indios. There's actually various songs, but there's one that's very popular. That it goes, Indio bueno, indio bravo, ¿dónde vas con esa cruz? Voy al monte del Calvario a entregársela a Jesús. Qué bonitos son los indios que vienen a laborar. 7 columnas de indios van diciendo, man, 7 columnas, 7 columns of spirits that govern you. And that's a key word within that song. So who are the 7 indios? Well, we know that this one right here is el cacique en cabeza. Now, I don't know if you can see. I mean, I'm just going to name them whichever order, but this one right here, we will put this one as El Indio de la Paz. Indio de la Paz is Indian of peace. Then we have El Indio de la Fuerza. Indio de la Fuerza is the Indian of force. Then we have El Indio Poderoso. Indio Poderoso is the powerful Indian, or yeah, El Indio Poderoso. Indio de la Guerra. Indio de la Guerra is the Indian of war or of fighting, you know. We have Indio Bravo, which is the brave Indian. Then we have El Indio Libertador, which is the liberator Indian. And then Indio Valiente, which is the valiant Indian. So now I'm going to light a candle. And I'm going to actually fix this up, but I'm going to light the candles, and I'm going to pray to los siete poderes indios, both in Spanish and in English. Oración al Indio de la Paz. Pido luz, progreso, el amor, la claridad y la elevación a la comisión de los espíritus de los indios, que tenga paz eterna a medida que se orienten hacia la luz. Oh Indio de la Paz, que se invoca aquí para que me ayude con las facultades otorgadas a vosotros de Dios. Ayúdame a encontrar la paz y ayúdame a resolver mis problemas terrenales. Que nada ni nadie bajo el cielo perturba la paz de mi mente, mi seguridad y mi salud mental. Protege a mis seres queridos, mi hogar, mi familia y vela por mi bienestar. Que Dios esté con ustedes y su gente, ahora y hasta el fin de los tiempos. Prayer to El Indio of Peace. O Cacique, I ask for light, progress, love, and charity and elevation to the spirits of the Corte o Comisión of the Indian spirits. May you have eternal peace as you are guided into the light by he who represents you here on the material plane, O Indio of the Paz. O Indio of the Paz, or Indian of Peace, I invoke you here and now so that you may help me with the powers granted to you from God. Help me in finding peace and help me in resolving my earthly problems. May nothing nor no one under heaven disturb my peace of mind, my safety, and my sanity. Protect my loved ones, my home, my family, and watch over my well-being. May God's heavenly peace be upon you and your people now and unto the ends of time. Oración para el Indio de la Fuerza. Por la señal de la Santa Cruz que pongo sobre mí mismo y mi cuerpo, en el santo nombre de Dios omnipotente, invoco al Indio de la Fuerza para que me bendiga con su fuerza para vencer a aquellos que desean hacer daño hacia mí. Guardia y protégeme de los que quieren hacerme daño, y que sus malos deseos se les voltee sobre ellos 3 veces. En el santo nombre de Dios, oh Indio de la Fuerza, le pido que considere lo que yo le pido y que yo pueda alcanzar el éxito en la vida. Prayer to el Indio de la Fuerza. With the sign of the Holy Cross that I place over myself. In the holy names of the omnipotent God, I invoke you, Indio de la Fuerza, so that you may bless me with your strength to conquer those who wish harm upon me. Guard and protect me from those who wish to cause me harm, and may their evil desires return upon them threefold. In the names of the Holy God, O Indio de la Fuerza, I ask that you consider what I ask of you, and may I succeed in life. Oración al Indio poderoso. En el nombre de Dios Padre, Dios Hijo y Dios Espíritu Santo, oh Santísima Trinidad, darle luz y progreso a la comisión de los espíritus de los indios. En este momento y en esta hora invoco los poderes sublimes del indio poderoso, que me libere de la desesperación y envidia de mis enemigos. Oh indio poderoso, humildemente le pido que me protejan y guárdame de la ira, la ansiedad y una muerte prematura. Oh indio poderoso, concédeme la dignidad y el poder para vencer, que yo pueda ser bendecido con alimentación y refugio. Bendíceme, oh indio poderoso, con la sabiduría y la paciencia para ayudar a quienes necesitan, esos que son menos afortunados. Bendíceme con la fuerza necesaria para vencer las pruebas y tribulaciones de esta vida. Tengo fe en tu poder. Prayer to el indio poderoso. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the holiest of spirits, and of the Holy Trinity, I give light and progress to the spirits of the Commission of the Indian spirits. In this moment and at this hour, I invoke the sublime powers of El Indio Poderoso. May he free me of the deceptions of my enemies. O Indio Poderoso, I humbly pray that you protect and guard me against anger, anxieties, and any and all untimely deaths. O Indio Poderoso, bestow upon me the dignity and power to overcome. May I be blessed with food and shelter. Bless me, O Indio Poderoso, with the wisdom and patience in helping those less fortunate than I. Bless me with the strength needed to overcome the trials and tribulations of this life. I have faith in the power bestowed upon you by our Lord God, and I humbly pray. Oración para el indio de la guerra. Yo vengo pidiendo humildemente, con una gran fe en la corte celestial de los espíritus y los ángeles de la iluminación, a la elevación del espíritu del guerrero indio, o indio de la guerra. En este momento solemne y en este momento sagrado, yo te invoco, yo te invoco, yo te invoco. Atiende a mi súplica, oh gran hermano espíritu guerrero, con tu hacha, machete y flecha. Te pido que vengas a eliminar, a destruir y a volver. Destruye toda forma de invocaciones, magia negra, brujería, hechicería, maldiciones que mis enemigos han puesto en mí. Con su hacha imploro que rompa todos los nudos, cadenas o enlaces que en mi nombre han puesto, que todas las formas de sortilegios hecho en mi nombre y sin mi consentimiento se derrumba. Oh indio de la guerra, que me ayuda tanto en esta vida, libérame a mí y todos los que amo del engaño, el peligro, la envidia y la mentira. Con este trabajo espiritual que me concentro en el nombre sagrado suyo, que yo sea liberado de todo mal y maldad. Su poder es inmenso y yo me presento a usted con mayor respeto y reverencia. En el nombre de Dios, ayúdame con este trabajo espiritual y les pido que destruya todas las obstaculares y eliminarlos de mi camino para que yo pueda ser liberado de todo mal y peligro. Indio de la guerra, tus poderes son inmensos, que son capaces de atar y vencer los malos pensamientos y los deseos de mis enemigos, que todos los que quieren hacerme daño temen y respeten la protección de mi indio que me acobija. Prayer to el indio guerrero. I come humbly asking with utmost faith in the celestial court of the spirits and archangels and angels, and the spirits of enlightenment and elevation, to the spirit of el indio de la guerra, O indio de la guerra, in this sacred hour and in this sacred moment, I invoke thee, I invoke thee, I invoke thee. Attend to my supplication, O great brother and warrior spirit. With your bow and arrow, I ask that you eliminate, destroy, and return to its sender and origin all forms of invocation, black magic, sorcery, enchantments, curses my enemies have set upon me. With your axe I implore that you break all knots, chains, or bindings that in my name they create. May all forms of sortilege done unto my name and without my consent be clouded within a thick shadow of secrecy. O indio de la guerra, assist me within this life and liberate me and all I love from earthly deceptions. With this spiritual labor that I consecrate in your sacred name, may I be free and liberated from all evil and malevolence. Your power is immense, and I do not come to you without utmost respect or without reverence. Assist me with this spiritual labor, and I ask that you destroy all obstacles and remove them from my path, so that I may be liberated of all evil and danger. Indio de la guerra, your powers are immense, that you are able to bind the evil thoughts and wishes of my enemies, bind the wagging tongues, and return the evil eye to its sender. May all who wish me harm fear and respect the protection bestowed to me by you, O indio. Oración al indio bravo. Le ruego al Padre, al Hijo y al Espíritu Santo, oh indio bravo, le pido a Dios que vos pueda encontrar la elevación y pueda encontrar la paz del Espíritu para que vos pueda superar sus pruebas y tribulaciones de la tierra. Oh indio bravo, espíritu indomable, escucha la súplica de aquel que te invoca. Te pido que me bendigas con su coraje y valentía para superar los obstáculos de mi vida. Oh indio valente y valoroso, indio, protégeme y guíame para que yo pueda llegar a ser bravo y valiente en la vida y que yo pueda con su bendición conquistar a todos los obstáculos y encontrar una solución a todos mis problemas. Ayúdame, indio bravo, para que pueda avanzar en la vida y para que yo y todo lo que yo valoro y amo pueda vivir en paz. Oh mi indio, al que le tengo una gran fe, estoy bajo su guía y protección. Prayer to an Indian brave, or bravo indio, el indio bravo. I pray to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Ghost. O Indian brave, may you find elevation, and may you find the peace in spirit to overcome your earthly trials and tribulations. O Indian brave, indomitable spirit, hear the supplication of I who invoke you, that ask that you bless me with your courage and bravery to overcome the obstacles within my life. O valiant and brave Indian, protect and guide me so that I may become brave and valiant in life, in conquering all the obstacles, the setbacks, and find a solution to all my problems within this life. Help me, Indian brave, so that I can advance within life and so that I and all I love can live in peace, having the utmost faith that we are under your guidance and protection. Oración para el indio libertador. Oídme, oh comisión de los indios, corte de los espíritus indios, naborias, nitaínos, beíques, boitú y gran caciques. Les pido que presten sus oídos y escucha mi súplica. Libérame de la injusticia, libérame de las angustias, agresiones, insultos. Libérame de la desesperanza, debilidad, confusión y temor. Libérame de las enfermedades y dolencias. Libérame de las armas y los golpes. Libérame de los que quieren hacerme daño. Libérame de mis enemigos. Libérame de la brujería, hechicería y magia negra. Guárdame, protégeme y manténgame alejado y seguro de las armas que puedan penetrar mi piel y protege y ampare a mis seres más queridos. Manténgame lejos de los que desean turbarme, arrastrarme y desean llevarme por el mal camino. Oh gran indio libertador, escucha mi petición y oración y libérame de todo lo que desean disminuir mi progreso espiritual. Prayer to the liberator, to the Indian that liberates. Hear me, O commission of the Indian spirits, O great court of the Indians, O great Indian warriors, O power of the 7 Indian powers. I ask that you lend your ears and hear my supplication. Liberate me from injustice. Liberate me from assaults and insults. Liberate me from hopelessness and weakness, confusion and fear. Liberate me from diseases and illness. Liberate me from arms and weapons. Liberate me from those who wish me harm, those who are my enemies. Liberate me from sorcery and black magic. Shield me, guard me, protect me, and keep me away and safe from those arms and weapons that may pierce my skin and that of those I love. Shield me, guard me, protect me, and keep me away and safe from all who wish to knock me down and lead me astray from my path. O great Indio Libertador, assist and hear my petition. Just as your ancient spirits heard your prayers and liberated your people before the complete genocide of the sacred people, hear me and liberate me from all that wish to wane my spiritual progressions. Oración para el indio valiente. Pido a Dios omnipotente para dar a la luz eterna y la elevación del espíritu del indio valiente. Oh indio valiente, sus sacrificios terrenales no han caído en oídos sordos, ni fueron actos en vano. Oh gran espíritu del indio, que sois el ejemplo de un valiente guerrero y valiente soldado. En la vida vos vigilaba a su gente hasta la reunión de su muerte prematura e injustificada. Te pido con mucha fe que guarde y me proteges a mí y a mi familia. Yo te invoco, oh indio valiente. Con respeto y admiración, libera a mi espíritu de la injusticia y la maldad. Guarda sobre mí y mi familia, y siempre te oraré. Esta es mi humilde oración. Prayer to el indio valiente. I ask God, omnipotent God, Todopoderoso, to give everlasting light and elevation to the spirit of el indio valiente. O indio valiente, your earthly sacrifices were not in vain and have not fallen on deaf ears. Great Indian spirit, you who are the example of a valiant warrior and a gallant soldier, in life you guarded your people until meeting an untimely and unjustified death. In spirit form, I ask that you guard over me and my family. I invoke you, O Indio Valiente, with respect and admiration. Liberate me, Great Spirit, from injustice and malice. Guard over me and guard over my family. This I humbly pray. So this was my prayer to my Indios, to my cacique en cabeza, or my chieftain spirit that resides on my head, and to the 7 columnas de indio, or the 7 potencias de los espíritus indios, which are Indio de la Paz, which is Indian of peace, Indio de la Fuerza, Indian of force, Indio Poderoso, powerful Indian, Indio de la Guerra, Indian of war, Indio Bravo, Indian brave, Indio Libertador, which is the liberator Indian, and Indio Valiente, valiant Indian. Now, the reason I did this video is because someone had emailed me or messaged me in one of my videos if there was a love spell that they could use with their Indian spirit guides. We do not, in Espiritismo, we do not bother our Indian guides with trivial matters concerning love. We don't bother our Indian spirits with matter of trivial things such as money, nothing like that. We call on our Indians for protection, for strength, for courage. When we are in times of war, we have enemies, but we never bother our Indian guides or any of our spirit guides for anything so trivial as in money, love matters. That is not what Espiritismo is for. That is not what we teach in Espiritismo. Another thing that we do before we pray to our Indians, we often cleanse in front of our Indians, and I either like to use Colonia 18,000, 1800, or the Indian spirits often love, and the Congos, they love Colonia Tabaco 18,000. It comes like this. You can pick this up in any botanica, and I spoke about this in a video on spiritual clones. Another thing is when you pray to your Indian spirits, you spray them down. Okay? Remember, this might have some alcohol, so be careful with the candles. I'm being a little valiente right now. But spray your Indians and all your spirits down with perfume. Perfume them down when you pray to them. Another thing that in Espiritismo, it is not a tradition. And I've seen this a lot in a lot of American communities, and I'm not here to disrespect anyone. We do not place our spirits within pots. That is more, I guess, hoodoo that does that. We do not place our Indian spirit in a pot with an American flag, with a chains. No. We do not place our Madama within a pot with chains. That would be so disrespectful. It would be like you're enslaving your spirit guide. So within Espiritismo, we do not put our Indians in pots. Our spirits often, they come in I'm going to show you real quick how we in Espiritismo, in Puerto Rican Espiritismo, or in Puerto Rican Sanse, or in Santerismo, how we prepare the Indian guides, but they do not come in a pot, like a metal pot or a tin wash bin. No, we do not. We do not place our Indian spirits in with chains around them. That is not part of the Espiritismo tradition. Oftentimes they are prepared within the statue or within a jarro. A jarro is a jar, and I'm going to show you my jar, my jarro to my Indio. As I was stating earlier, we in Espiritismo, we do not place our negritas, our madamas in pots. Oftentimes, many of our spirit guides were slaves within a past life, and to put them in a pot is like enslaving that spirit in spirit form, and we do not do that. In Espiritismo, what we tend to do, most Espiritistas, is they prepare la estatua, or they bless it, or they consecrate it. And in some traditions of Sanse and Espiritismo, you get a jarro for your spirit guide or for your Indio. This is my jarro for my Indio, and I'm not going to show you the inside, but it has a frog, which represents a Ataveira, the goddess mother of the Taino culture within Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. A lot of people are going to confuse this also with Seminismo. Seminismo is a branch of Taino Indian culture within the Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic. So you'll often see this is a semi, okay, which has nothing to do with espiritismo. This is more seminismo, which is honoring the Taino spirituality. This is a semi, and I talked about those before. This is a beike, a semi to a beike. This is another semi, heavy, okay, itiba tahubaba, and this is another semi right here of the ones that I have. But this is seminismo, not to be confused with espiritismo, okay? So just wanted to point that out. I'm going to end the video now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. Please leave your comments down below. Leave messages and press that bell button to get notifications when I publish new videos. I try to publish one a week. This video is pretty long as it is, so I'm going to end it. I always end it con una oración, Padre Nuestro, Dios te salve María, and then I honor my semi, which is apart from espiritismo. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, again, hit that like button and subscribe and share with your friends and on your favorite social media. This is Sancista Brujo Luis. Santo Sanse.